Hi first graders, welcome back to another math lesson. Today we are going to be practicing time to the half hour. Now you'll notice that my clock does not have an hour hand or a minute hand, it's just a blank clock face. So we know that around the clock there are 12 numbers. And with these numbers, when we're counting minutes, we are counting by 5. So let's practice that together. And we're going to start up here at the 12, which is 0. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, or we say 0 or o'clock. Now, you guys are really great at telling time to the hour, but when we tell time to the half hour, that's when it gets a little bit tricky for all of us. So I want to show you a cool trick that will help you be better at telling time to the half hour. So I'm going to split my clock up into 12 parts, and the reason I'm doing that is because there are 12 numbers on the clock and 12 hours for the morning and 12 hours for night. So I have my 12 parts. I'm also going to color code it, and I think I'm going to make these Huffman colors, yellow and blue. Now on my clock, I'm going to add some clock hands. The first hand that I'm adding is the hour hand, and we know the hour hand is special because it always gets to go first when we're telling time. And then our minute hand always gets to go second, and it moves around the clock a lot quicker than the hour hand. So the trick I'm going to show you today is how to know if it is 1 hour or another hour when telling time to the half hour. So if you look, if I move my clock hand, if I move the minute hand, you can see here that it lands in this blue area. And we always get a little confused on whether it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So here is my trick. You're going to look and see, okay, before when I was moving my clock around, what time does this say right here? Good, it says 1 o'clock because the hour hand is pointing at the 1. Now I want you to watch to see what happens when I move the minute hand. So I'm moving the minute hand. Is it still 1 o'clock? Yes. It is still 1 o'clock. Has it left this blue zone at all? No, the hour hand has not left the blue zone. So I'm going. And now I have stopped the minute hand on the 30. Is the hour hand still in the blue zone? Yes. The blue zone is for 1 o'clock. Now, whenever it is still in this zone, it is still 1. The hour is still 1. It is not 2 yet because it has not gone into the 2 zone. So I'm going to keep moving. You keep watching that hour hand, and I'm going to ask you what hour it is when I stop. Okay. Is the hour 1 or 2? Good. The hour is still 1 because it is still in that blue zone. Let me keep moving it. Is the hour hand still in the 1 zone, or has it moved to the 2 zone? Good. I hope you did not get tricked. Sometimes we think that because the hour hand is pointing and it is touching that number 2, if we stretch it out, we think that it's 2 o'clock. But it is not 2 o'clock yet because it has not gone past this little mark up here. This little mark means 2 o'clock, and that is where the yellow zone starts for 2. So it is not 2 o'clock yet until this front part is in the 2 zone. It is still 1. Now let me move it again. My computer's going a little slow. Okay, watch the hour hand. How about now? Is it 1 or 2? It is still 1. Even though part of this is in there, that top part is not in it yet. Getting close. And now, since it is almost all the way in, it is 2 o'clock now. Our clock says 2 o'clock. So let's do a little bit of practice. You might want to get a piece of paper to practice writing down the digital times. You do not have to. You can always just say the answers and we'll go over them together. So if you'd like to get a piece of paper, you can. Go ahead and pause the video, and if not, you can keep watching. Let's look at our clock. So first thing I want you to do is look at the hour hand, because the hour hand always gets to go first. What hour do you think it is right now? Is it 4 or is it 5? I hope you said 4. So remember, it is 4 because here's the start of the 4 zone, and it has not yet entered the zone of the 5. So the time here is 4:30. Let's practice another one. What hour does the clock show here? Good. I hope you said 10 o'clock. The hour is 10 here, and the minute is 30. So the time is actually 10:30. The reason that it is 10 is because it has passed the 10 zone, and it is not yet gone to the 11 yet. Let's do another one. What hour is it here? I hope you said 12. This one always is a little bit tricky because we're used to going back to the smaller number, but if you use those zones, it will really help you. So here's the 12 zone. It has started here, and it is not 1 o'clock yet until my hour hand has entered the zone of the 1. So for this next part, I'm going to move the time, and then you can either write or you can say the digital time. What time is shown on the clock? You can write it or you can say it out loud. Okay, the time is 8:30. Why is the time 8 and not 9? Good. The time is 8 because it is still in the 8 zone and it has not yet entered the 9 zone. And we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The time is 8:30, and this is how you would write it. Let's get ready for the next problem. What time does the clock show here? This one's a little tricky, but I know you can do it. What time is shown here? Okay, I hope you said 6:30. I hope you didn't get tricked. Remember, the hands of the clock move this way, so it touched the 6 first, and it's in the 6 zone. It has not yet gone to the 7 zone. And the minute is 30, so we write it as 6:30. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to take away the zones and just have it look like a normal clock face. So you're going to have to imagine what the zones are, if that's helpful to you. And I want you to write or tell me the time that is on the clock. Okay, what time does it say on this analog clock? You can write it in digital time or you can just say it out loud. If you're having a hard time, imagine those zones in your head. Okay, the time is 10:30. And it is 10:30 because if I stretch this out, it has not yet touched the 11. It is still in the zone of the 10. So I write it as 10:30. Okay, let's do another one. time does the clock show? Give you a little bit of time to think. If you need to pause the video, you can. Okay, let's look. I'm looking at the hour hand. If I stretch it out, the hour hand goes to about right here. It has not yet touched that 8. It is not in the 8 zone, so the hour has to be 7. And then if I count by 5s, I know that the minute hand says 30. So the time is 7:30. All right, let's do one more. Time does my clock say? Give you a little bit of time to think. Pause the video if you need more time. All right, I know that I always have to read the hour hand first. And so I'm looking and I see that the hour hand has not gone into the zone of the 12. It is still in that 11 zone. So I know that the hour is 11. And then if I skip count by 5s, I know that the minute is 30. So the time is 11:30. All right, guys, I hope that my trick was very helpful for you. If not, and you are already a master of time, that's okay. But after this, you guys are going to go on to Gimkit, and you are going to solve some time to the hour problems and time to the half hour problems. So make sure that you are really looking at that hour hand. Remember, the hour hand is the most important. Then look at the minute hand. Okay, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, first grade.